Don't know where Avatar's gone. We'll find that at some point. Where's Avatar gone?
Hey, my name's Anya Dimond.
I'm Isabel.
My name's Ella.
I'm Azrael, and this is the Brotherton collection. I'm gonna pick some of my favorite films, maybe some that I haven't seen. First one. So this is Sholay. I am pretty familiar with Collywood because I come from a country, Singapore, where we have a pretty established Tamil-speaking population. I'm not as familiar with Bollywood, so this is a Bollywood classic I've yet to see. But I do know about the great Amitabh Bachchan, and this is a pretty classic crime film, so I'll be happy to pick that up.
The first film that I'm going to be talking about is, I think, Mamma Mia. I think this is a good pick. I think it's symbolic. It's probably the first film I can remember watching. It must have been like, I don't know, 3 or 4. I mean, really young. One of the first ones I can remember just loving and asking my mum to put on again and again and again. And it's just so much fun. I mean, who doesn't love a musical? And if you say you don't, you're lying. It's just so much fun. And Meryl Streep, oh, they're so good. It's just so funny, you know? And every song is a banger, obviously. People who go to Bobby's Disco and say that they don't like how much they play ABBA are lying to themselves. ABBA is so good, so good.
Singing in the Rain, the epitome of the magic of cinema. If you've never seen it, genuinely you're missing out. You have to watch it. The music is so good, the dancing's so good. We had to watch this in our first year for film studies, and I thought, oh, another old film I don't want to watch. And I'm so glad I did, because it's one of my favourite films of all time now.
So, what do we have to say about Pitch Perfect? I mean, come on. I feel like every woman I've met enjoys this movie, and every man I've met fucking hates it because they don't understand the vibe. But yeah, female-focused film. Anna Kendrick being a baddie. What more could you ask for? The quality stays high through the 3 films, I think it is. I think I might be doing a 4th one, which I will be start for.
I'm going to stay on the theme of musicals because this is a bit of an old musical. I recognise that, and I was probably too young to watch it, but I think that's going to be a recurring theme throughout this segment, is that I was too young to be watching these things. But Rocky Horror Picture Show, I don't know, I think it was a bit of a staple of my teenagehood. You know, it was so good. All my friends loved it. We had the vinyl, which felt very cool to have a vinyl of something that was actually quite old. I think we were just pretending to be cooler than we were, but it is so good. I mean, we used to sing this in the car a lot. Sweet Transvestite. Tim Curry, I mean, no one does it better. No one does it better. The outfits, the campness, can't beat it.
The Doors. Apparently, the music biopic before it was cool. It didn't really cash in on the craze. And it did a lot of things in very unconventional ways, which is why I'm curious to check it out. But the late great Val Kilmer again. Yeah, I'm excited.
Sound of Metal, Criterion version. I watched it for the first time over the summer, I'm pretty sure. And it was so much better than I ever thought that it would be. I think we definitely need more disability representation in film, and this is quite an easy place to start, so I recommend this one.
Oh my gosh, Billy Elliot, which I think I watched when I was little. I feel like everyone's dad talks about this movie, everyone's mum. Is it set in Yorkshire? I'm not sure. But anyway, my dad grew up in Yorkshire, in like a working class kind of town situation. So he really enjoyed this film, and he really enjoyed Cares by Ken Loach. Is it called Cares? Cares, which I also need to watch because he keeps begging me to watch it. But yeah, working class, children, doing ballet, Tom Holland doing that little flip on Broadway. It's fabulous. I definitely need to rewatch. It's beautiful. I really love that movie. I've got very fond memories.
Sorcerer. The late great Willem Friedkin, starring Roy Scheider from Jaws. I haven't seen this in a while, but so Roy Scheider has to bring a truck full of a volatile substance across like the Amazon rainforest, I think. and the forest is full of like the elements. So it's some of the most like suspense-filled filmmaking I have ever seen. If you love thrillers, Sorcerer.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day. One of the only films to have the sequel that's arguably better than the original, along with The Godfather. And I'm getting some weird looks, but I think that's absolutely valid. I think a lot of people will agree with me there. I mean, this is just better. It's very, very feminist. I love it. Sarah Connor's I Wanted to Be You. A bit dark, actually. I really wanted to go to prison so I could get really strong, like Sarah Connor's, because like she would like flip her bed upside down, and then she'd do pull-ups, and I was like, there's nothing cooler than that. And then she'd shoot people, and I was a bit of an action nerd, so you know, I think it's great. I actually was lucky enough to do an essay on this last year because I do film. Cool degree. So I was able to do an essay on this and about the representations of motherhood. That is the one thing I would say that Sarah Connor's motherhood and femininity is a little bit sacrificed for her heroism, but hey, it was what? The 90s? When did this come out?
Another one of my all-time favourites. My favourite Tarantino by a mile, and I will argue with anyone who disagrees.
Tarantino. Do I have my qualms with Tarantino? Yes, I do. But Kill Bill, I finally watched for the first time in my first year of uni.
I studied Pulp Fiction at A-level, and it didn't do it for me the way this kind of did. Uma Thurman. I praise Uma Thurman every night. She's my favourite.
And I actually have a funny story about Kill Bill. I used to be really scared of Kill Bill. And my friends asked me, well, how did you even know about Kill Bill when you were like 8 years old? And my brother used to have a DVD tower, and because the film's bright yellow, it would always catch my attention. And I was just really disturbed by the age rating. I was like, that's really scary. Why would he want to watch a violent film? And then ever since then, I've just been really scared of Kill Bill. And then I watched it and it wasn't even that deep. So at least I like it now.
I love this movie a lot, and I know Tarantino is a creep, but I still enjoy this film. It's his best.
I think continuing the theme of watching things too young. Thank you, Dad, who made me watch this at like 7 or 8, and it was just on. He was like, "Oh yeah, just watch this," and obviously it comes up with the thing at the beginning that this is found footage, and he did not correct that, so he let me believe this, which is fine. Bit traumatizing, but hey, I love horror now. It's quite an interesting one because there's not actually much horror. It's very creepy. It's very eerie. I think it's just really clever. And I didn't maybe start mockumentaries. Yeah, there you go. It started a genre. Well done. Great.
Psycho. Iconic Hitchcock film that I've never seen for some reason. Vertigo. I wasn't a fan. It wasn't for me. I don't get the hype. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
Bend it like Beckham. Bruh. Well, I think the woman who directed this is the same woman who directed Anger Songs and Perfect Snogging, which should be in my top 4. And is definitely probably the film I have the fondest child memory of. I watched it for the first time when I was 9 years old and it was 12, and I felt like very rebellious and it was fabulous. When I Like Beckham is fab, but I prefer Anger Songs and Perfect Snogging. Yeah, me and my friend have watched it every single year since we were 13, and we're going to get olive tattoos, which is on the cards. But yeah, she's fabulous. I'm really forgetting her name now that I can't see it, which is so bad. But yeah, I need to watch more of her stuff. Yeah, this is fabulous. Anger Songs and Perfect Snogging is fabulous. We enjoy.
A classic. In the Mood for Love. What can I say that hasn't already been said? I mean, Wong Kar-wai is one of my goats. It's not Chongqing Express, which is my personal favorite, which I own like 3 copies of at this point, but this is no slouch. This is one of those rare romance films where everything that needs to be said is not said. Yeah, it's a story told in green and red, and yeah man, Impossible to put into words.
Dark Knight. Anyone who knows me knows that I love Batman. No, not just Christopher Nolan. I love Matt Reeves. I'm currently watching The Cape Crusader. I've been on a podcast to talk about Batman. I'm going on another podcast to talk about Batman this weekend, so he's my fave. What can I say?
My favourite film of all time, and I'm really glad they have this here, Trainspotting, which obviously another very basic pick, but I got introduced to Trainspotting because I did film studies at A-level and I studied this movie, and I fell in love with it very hard. My friend actually got me a very fancy Trainspotting DVD for my birthday this year, and I cried when I received it. Obviously I was drunk, but I cried. I cried anyway. It's just, I don't know what resonates so much with me in this, because it's not really like my vibe in like my persona, my energy, but cinematically, in terms of filmic taste, this is prime cinema for me. It's just my favourite thing ever. I've seen it hundreds of times and I'll see it hundreds of more times. I mean, it's just great. It's Danny Boyle's best. Sorry. And I know everyone loves it, but I really, really love it.
Because I'm saving the best for last. This is, quite frankly, my favourite film of all time with Nell and I. Not only is it the funniest film I've ever watched, it's just the best. I mean, it's a staple of British humour, I think. And it's definitely been a film that has like, oh my god, it's so broken. Bear with. This was definitely a film that like ruled my family's lives, as in like we quote it definitely weekly. It's just about two city men who are off their tits, basically trying to survive in the country with like a lot of rural villagers, and it's so funny. So basically, whenever me and my family would go on holiday, we would have to say the quotes like "Come on holiday by mistake," and that's like one of the best quotes from it. We've come on holiday by mistake, which they say to the farmer, and we would just say it all the time because I don't know, that just seemed to be what happened to me and my family when we went on holiday. We felt like we went by mistake. Everything and anything would go wrong. And I'm actually going to write a sitcom on it one day, and I think I'll probably just open the title page with the quote from With Nell and I. We've come on holiday by mistake. Because, Richard E. Grant, there's no one funnier than you. And, I got a massive poster of it above my bed. I love it. And anyone I show it to loves it as well. Yeah, funniest movie ever.
And Harry Met Sally. The prototypical Hollywood rom-com. Everything that we know about the genre, it's here. This is, I believe, Nora Ephron. Yes, Nora Ephron wrote this. Rob Reiner, master of all genres. The Princess Bride. Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal. Never been better. And New Year's Eve is coming, so this is a yearly watch for me.
Oh my god, I found Avatar. This is so exciting. Avatar. You know what? This is a film that people say is overhyped. Not true. It's not true. Avatar is the best film ever. Is it a white saviour movie? Yes, it is. Do we care that it's a white saviour movie? No, we don't. Very excited for the third one. I will be there. I will be sat. It's just beautiful. The culture's beautiful. If I could live anywhere, I would live on Pandora. I think that's where I belong. So, I'm going to take this one as well.